What I'll make today is a Comfrey Salve. This is going to be a combination of Comfrey and Plantain, commonly called broadleaf. Both the broadleaf and the Comfrey have topical healing powers. For cuts, abrasions, for bee stings, if you take some of the Plantain and chew it up, put it on a mosquito bite or a bee sting or a spider bite, it will actually take the itching away. So this is also a good internal. You can just grab these if you're out in the woods and eat this. Same thing with Comfrey. Comfrey is very good for healing. It's been used for thousands of years. Although they say not to eat the Comfrey because the Comfrey will actually, if you have, it regenerates cells. So if you have cancer cells, obviously it's going to regenerate those. And this is what the Comfrey looks like. Nice long leaves. And I had actually read where the gladiators would actually chew this. And this would go obviously inside, ingest it, and it would go in, and that would actually heal any cuts in the internal organs. Again, they say not to they recommend not doing that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 50% of the Comfrey, 50% of the Plantain. We're going to cut up those leaves. We're going to put them in a mason jar, fill it full of olive oil and a couple additives, and that's going to start the process. So for the first part of this video, what you see here is all you're going to need for the first week or so. Again, we're going to get equal amounts of Plantain, which is broadleaf. You'll find that in your yard. If you're in the United States or Europe, you'll be able to find this. It's a weed that most people want to get rid of. The Comfrey, again, it's another weed. I was lucky enough to have a friend give me a chunk of it, and now I'm growing that. I dehydrate both of these. I keep them for the winter, but in the springtime and summer, like it is here, I'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and use fresh stuff. So yeah, you can go out and you can buy the store-bought neosporins and things like that, but I want to be the person, again, that's what this channel is about, is do-it-yourself, DIY. So this is going to teach you how to make this. So from here I'm just going to put in equal amounts, be a 50-50. Just pack it in here as tight as you can get it. Once you get enough of it in, I'm going to go ahead and cut it with the scissors. So we're going to infuse this with an olive oil. The olive oil is going to extract all of the good stuff, all the nutrients out. Now once it's in, I'm just going to take the scissors and cut it up. You'll see that it's reducing the volume. I don't know that there's any rule how small this has to be, how small a chunks. I would imagine the smaller the pieces, the more of it's going to be absorbed into the olive oil. So again, the purpose here, the olive oil is going to be the medium to transfer this onto the skin. We're going to fill this with olive oil, make sure we cover this. We're going to shake it every day or so. We're going to let it sit for 2 weeks. When we're done, we're going to pull all the leaves. You'll know it's done. I mean, I always make the mistake of not labeling these because I'm supposed to be smarter, and then I forget what I have in there. This is one of those things where you really don't have to label it. You're going to look at the fluid in here, and it's going to be a green or a brown. It's really going to look nasty, and that's when you know it's going to be time. It'll be about 2 or 3 weeks. You can put it in the sun. I typically don't. I will either put it in the oven with a pilot light and let that heat it up, or you can put it in a crock pot, which elevates the temperature. That'll be done in 2 or 3 days. I'm not sure that I'm going to do that. I may just let this sit on a windowsill or something. So then for the oil, I'm using extra virgin olive oil. You can use any real olive oil. I try not to use vegetable oil. Coconut oil is supposedly very good. I haven't used the coconut oil yet. That'll be one of the next ones to try. So you don't need to see me chop this. I'm going to get this all chopped and filled up. We'll fill it with the olive oil. Alright, so now that it's about halfway filled, I'll take the olive oil. All you want to do is cover. So once the olive oil is on, put a lid on it. I'm going to shake it well. I'll probably add a little more olive oil, but that's it. So then we're going to let this sit for probably 2 weeks. When it's done, it's not going to be yellow anymore. It's going to be a green or a brown, depending. And then we'll go ahead and we'll process the rest of it.